Uh, So we'll start with the basic understanding of Instagram. I know in the last lectures I had covered, but I will quickly browse through it once again. Everyone has an Instagram account over here. Anyone who doesn't have an Instagram account? All right. So it means everyone is having. In the Instagram account, in this left pane, so then in that case, I can move on a bit faster. However, uh, some points certainly we need to make sure. So this is one profile which we have created here for our project, and I will touch upon what we are doing. This particular section here is called the bio section, wherein we mention about what we are doing. And normally in this, if you see this kind of an introduction here is very different than the one which we put on the LinkedIn. Meanwhile, here the goal is that we put a very brief about what we do with some kind of an emojis, relevant emojis over here. Now, one thing which is missing in this, so before what is there? So we are introducing this Instagram profile to give an impression that there is some work related to online course for the kids. Now, what are these kind of online courses? There could be multiple, but we are focusing on generative AI. And what kind of kids? Is it for kindergarten or middle school, high school? So yes, it's for the middle school and high school, grade 6 to 12. Then I create some buzzwords saying real world impact. And then I put in actually what I am actually interested in, which is educator and a mentor. And then there is how does someone contact me? So I say DM to learn more. Now here I need to put one link over here. So that is the missing part in this bio, which I will be updating. Now, essentially, a link could be anything. When I mention a link over here in this profile, in this bio, the link could be either your email ID or your website or your landing page. Now, I'll touch upon what is a landing page, but website, I hope all of you know. So the idea is that once someone visits our profile, there should be a means for this person, for this audience, who can to contact us. Now, very quickly, if we looked on the LinkedIn, so the LinkedIn profile of mine, this needs to change now because I have pivoted. I have not worked on this LinkedIn profile because mostly I have been working on the Facebook and Instagram to promote this course and also working on my course creation lately. So you see, this is very different, very brief, very crisp, and very different. Again, in this LinkedIn profile also, quite a few optimizations could be done. For now, since my work had been going on fine and most of my work was involving a meeting at the offline connections with my clients and all. So I had kept a halt after reaching somewhere around 3,000 good connections, and these are like quality connections which I have. And after that, I said, yeah, around 2,946. So after these quality connections, I started focusing on my work. So here we put our education, our degrees, from where we graduated, what kind of, if I have got some really good licenses, patents, anything, some kind of endorsements, some kind of recommendations. So all these things are put as part of LinkedIn, which is now I'll close this link, and which is missing here because the purpose of Instagram is very different compared to the LinkedIn. As we had discussed in our marketing session, now you can easily correlate that any kind of product, Instagram profile for me is a product. For this product to come into the market, I first check the how do we do this? How do we know? How should we define this profile of the Instagram? Should it be done based on myself, or should it be done based on the expectation of someone else? Those of you who had completed our marketing course, can you please comment, unmute yourself and comment? Any of you? So let me
Based on
call. Yeah, Charan, go
other
on.
expert, based on other fellows' expectations, we have to do the content here.
Perfect. And who is going to be this other? What is this? Who is this other?
Uh, who is searching for the Gen AI courses, or who is using Instagram accounts?
Perfect. Perfect. So I would say the first one, the who is searching, and a mix, I would say, who is searching for Gen AI courses on the Instagram. They are our uh, potential prospects. Remember the prospects who have not yet become our customer. So they are potential prospects for whom keeping their psychology and keeping their demography, keeping their a profile in mind, we will put certain, we will design our profile, and that it is critical for the Instagram once we design this. Now, here using this, we can add certain highlights here, which slowly we will be building up this profile with all of you. And using this particular place, we can create some kind of posts, live videos, which we had already created in our first week. That was the first assignment where everyone had created certain posts, carousels, and reels. Stories is something which we had not created, but this is the time to also inform you on what a story is. Normally, a story is something about the backdrop of what we had been building. So, a snapshot of the process while what we had been building. For example, say that someone is launching a gym product, right? They have opened up a new gym and they want to promote this gym online. Now, while getting this, preparing this gym equipments, while purchasing them, while putting them, installing them inside the gym, they should ideally be getting those pictures or videos recorded, and that will form part of the story. Because even though the gym is not in a full-fledged way or shape to be used by the customer, or but still, how the gym was actually built up, how it was actually created, what kind of an effort went, some interesting snaps would be forming the part of the story. All these four creations, the posts, the carousels, the reels, the stories, all of these are essentially promotional. All of these are essentially promotional events, promotional activities, which are important and which are used to promote our activities, right? So that is a quick intro for the Instagram. We can share the photos. As you know, I mean, all of you have Instagram account, and I hope, I mean, I don't need to really tell on what are pictures and all. So these are certain places wherein, for example, this is one particular post which has come to me, and one of the ways in which we can earlier, not nowadays, I don't know if how much ROI is there. ROI, I hope everyone is knowing by now. So I don't know how much ROI is there in that approach, but normally what people used to do is earlier they used to tag on this picture. So say, for example, this particular picture is being posted by RS Power Trader, right, for a particular stock. Now they would tag someone. So what is a tag? A tag is a handle of my account. So I have an account here, right? So I have this profile here, and this Gen AI for Gen Z is my tag. So someone could decide that I want to tag this particular Gen AI for Gen Z over here in the picture itself. So whenever someone is, now I cannot tag this gentleman's picture, but this gentleman, while creating this particular post, he could have tagged someone. Now, so tag is essentially an Instagram handle for a particular profile. Now, in which case is this tagging done? Now, for the new joinees, I request you guys to please take 20 seconds and get your pen and paper, because everyone here makes notes. Towards the end of this presentation, I'll be asking one of you to prepare a PPT. Every day it will be like that. So better make all the notes. So please take 20 seconds and get pen and paper. All right. So while creating this post, there is an option wherein we can create a tag on this particular, add a handle of a particular profile on this post itself. Now, how does it benefit? Okay. And in whose tag shall we put? These are two questions. So normally when we are creating a post and we want someone to watch this post, then we want that particular person to visit my profile, right? So I am creating a post here, and if I have, if so, and if I can, since this person has directly posted here, there is no need to go on the tag. I can directly click on this and I can go on this person's profile, right? However, however, let's say I decide to share it with someone, right? I decide to share it with you guys because I find that, this gentleman has been giving good stock trading tips. So I can share it with someone. And at that point in time, if this person has tagged it with some his profile or some other profile of someone whom he thinks can benefit him, then this to with whomever, well, let's say I have shared with Charan. So Charan can just click on this picture. The tag of the person or the profile will appear. Charan can then click on that profile and then can go to that person's profile directly. In a post, there could be more than one tags which can be attached. Yeah. Uh, now I will share my comment on this one. This is my personal uh, feeling. All right, looking at there is a chat. Sorry, Sam, late due to. All right, take care, Deep, that this doesn't repeat. Now let's say that I have to. Let's now in today's world, actually everyone is short on time, while also they want to consume a lot of digital content, right? So if I am liking someone, I'll be keep on going through this. I mean, I'll be keep on browsing the content. Only if something useful comes, will I stop there for a while and will check that, right? So at that point in time, yes, adding a tag would make sense. How much of an ROI comes for that tag is something which I would actually uh, I'm not very. I don't recommend doing that much. However, once in a while, adding tags doesn't hurt, and it can be tried out. Right now, few moments back. Okay, and also we had discussed earlier. I will repeat again. While creating a post, we try to use some kind of a hashtags. So hash followed by some text, and this is essentially called a hashtag. Now, there is one thing which as a beginner for a new company, we should keep in mind, and people take pride in their work, which they should do. In the digital world, for the other people to take pride in this person's work, there is a time gap where till the time that this new person is able to build trust. After that, yes, the audience starts taking pride in this person's work also. But before doing that, this person, if on day one itself, he or she feels that I should create my own hashtag, right? So what is the benefit and what is the cons of it, right? Now, people normally, once they look at a new hashtag, there is a natural reluctance to not follow it, right? Because there are so many popular things on which everyone go. It's like being like a honeybee in the digital world, wherein we get attracted towards the honey, but we don't want to go on the un, some new kind of a thing without any kind of trust factor in between there, right? So if someone uses over here Jai Hind, yes, everyone know we can use this, we can click on this. However, let's pick my case. I am using GenAI for Gen Z, and I create a hashtag hash GenAI for Gen Z. If that is not a popular hashtag being used over the Instagram, then there is very less interest in the people in the audience to follow it in the post. So once this meeting expires in 10 minutes, I would rejoin, and everyone rejoin using the same link. Okay. So now the trick is to use the popular hashtags over here, right? So while we use a particular text, we should use relevant hashtags. Now, there are two things related to this hashtag. Well, two more things. One of those things is, shall we use as many hashtags as possible? Or second approach is, shall we use select 6 to 7 hashtags, and they should be pretty relevant. So what shall we do? Let's say if hashtags help us in getting the post promoted. Now, what is promotion of a post? Promotion of a post means, let's say if I like this gentleman's post, I would like to maybe share it with my group. Maybe I would like to comment it, love it. Those kind of things are essentially called like promoting this post or engaging with this person's post, right? So if I start engaging with this person's post, for that to happen, people, apart from the regular comment of theirs, regular text of theirs in the post, they use the hashtags. Now, let me pose this question to you. Shall we use many hashtags, or shall we use maybe only 6 to 7 hashtags? Your opinion on this before I share my take on this matter. Please, anyone, please unmute yourself and let me know your opinion on this particular subject.
Sir, I think we have to use 6 or 7 hashtags. If we use many of hashtags, then people might be think it's not relevant
Okay,
and
Rishabh. Mhm.
they can't on us.
Okay, Rishabh.
Sir, I will add on to Rishabh's point. If the more hashtags will appear, people will don't read. It's maybe some confusing to them, sir. Like that,
Okay,
in our PPT slides, if we put more content, they maybe not read like that.
understood, Charan. Anyone else?
Sir, I also add to one point, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, if you give so many hashtags, but it looks not good. At the same time, the customer or the person who read that content feels that may not be relevant to that one. If you give so many
Okay. Yes, I get your
hashtags.
point, Likita. Thank you. Anyone else? Rakesh, you had been working in the digital marketing. What's your take on this matter?
सर एक्चुअली हैशटैग हमें कम ही यूज़ करना चाहिए और जितना मतलब जो हम लोगों का नीश ऑडियंस है, जैसे कि आपने क्रिएट किया है जेन एआई का, तो जेन एआई रिलेटेड जो भी मतलब नीश ऑडियंस है और जो भी मतलब एक्चुअली हैशटैग्स है, जैसे कि हैशटैग जेन एआई, हैशटैग एआई, ऐसा 5 या 6 ही यूज करना चाहिए ताकि उस ऑडियंस के पास पहुंच सके। अगर हम ज्यादा यूज करेंगे और उसका मतलब पॉपुलैरिटी भी कम रहेगा तो इंस्टाग्राम ज्यादा प्रमोट नहीं करेगा।
Okay. This is the last point which you raised. I would touch upon this. This is in my mind. So most of us are aligned on this. Anyone else wants to share your comment before I move on? Okay. So most of us here, we agree that we should be using the less number of hashtags. And because we feel that people may not trust us and Instagram may not promote it. And I would add my take on this and what I feel what I recommend to do is. So yes, we should be using 6 to 7 hashtags only. My reason for this is we should give our consumers who are consuming our post and those who have started to engage with us, we should give them, they're also humans, and we know that the human attention span is less. So if we start putting in a lot of hashtags, that would be irrelevant. No one bothers. Okay, I have read your content. Keep your hashtags to yourself. I mean, you know, so if you give me a few number of hashtags, I am good. Otherwise, fine. I like your comment and I would like to move on because there are so much else to consume. I'm not your loyal follower. I'm not your employee. So I need to go on following something else also, which is of benefit to me, to my family, to my kids, right? So we will follow this particular trend itself in posting, which would be not more than 5 hashtags. Number one. Number two, the point which you raised, Rakesh, that Instagram may not promote this is something which is my take on this is Instagram keeps changing its algorithms, and most of that is not in public information, right? It's only through some of the very good experts, they try to look at it that, hey, we feel that this kind of post is getting promoted more. So we think that in turn, this much must be happening and this must have been triggered in turn by this, and which is linked to this content in the post. We are not into that research domain. So it would be very difficult for any of us here to comment on the algorithm which the engineers at Instagram are writing, and they would not make it public so often. Otherwise, it's very simple for anyone to copy. And with a lot of funds in their pocket, people are there in the market with a lot of funds. Anyone can launch their own thing. So Instagram keeps changing their algorithm. Please keep these two factors in mind. So now, what is the outcome of this discussion of ours? Outcome is we will keep our posts short. In order to define this short thing, let's quantify this. Try to put it in less than 50 words. 5 hashtags at maximum, rule number 2. Rule number 3, there could be actually more than 5 hashtags which are relevant to our industry. And as I said, no one knows about the Instagram algorithm. and we don't know which of these is actually getting promoted better. So what we can do is, whenever we are writing posts, we will have a sequence of posts. One post in the morning, one in the evening, second next day in the morning, second next day in the evening, like that. So let's say in a week, we are posting somewhere around 20 articles or 20 posts on the Instagram. So we will have first 5 hashtags in post 1, next 5 popular hashtags in post 2, next 5 popular hashtags in post 3, next 5 popular hashtags in post 4, and go back to the first popular hashtag on post 5. Is this approach of rule number 3 clear to everyone?
No, sir,
Yes,
a bit
sir.
much.
I will repeat this.
Repeat.
I will repeat this. So let's say there are 20 hashtags which are pretty much popular. Okay. I create my post number 1, and before posting on Instagram, I pick the first 55. So all these 20 hashtags I put in an Excel, in a list. I pick the first 5 hashtags and I add in my post and I post it. So hashtag from item number, hashtag number 1 to 5 I have posted. Then I create a new post in the evening, and from the list I take a hashtag 6 to 10 and I add it to the post. Next day morning, post number 3 I am creating, I take the hashtag 11 to 15 and I put in the post. In the evening tomorrow, I create another post and I pick the hashtag 16 to 20 and I post. After that, the next post which I am creating, since I have exhausted my 20 hashtags, I go back to my first hashtag and pick first to 5 hashtags and I put it in the 5th post.